What's up, y'all? It's your girl Fave. Yes, ma'am, it's me, Shauna Jade, and we back at it again with the white ones. You feel me? And look, we got a very special guest in the building, my boy Blake98. Okay, make some noise at your cribs right now, okay? Because we got a very special guest, and that's on Per. So look, you might have seen him at your open mics, taking photos, but let me tell you something. He do a whole lot more than taking photos. He does music, and he got his own clothing line. So we're about to get into all that today. Blake, introduce yourself for the people in the back. Where you from, bro?
I'm Blake98. I'm from New Bern, North Carolina, and I just moved to Richmond, Virginia last year.
Yes, sir. Okay. So look, we gotta hop straight into it because you do a lot, and I want to be able to talk about all of it. All right. So, which one of your crafts did you start first? Was it the photography, the music, or the clothing?
The music.
The music. When did that start?
Probably about 10 years ago, and I just learned how to play guitar, and I went from there. I got more into writing, and then I started recording when I was like 18.
Okay.
Stuff out.
And you got the new song that you just recently dropped. What was the name of that song, bro?
Gemini.
Okay. And what was that song about?
It's kind of about a past relationship. It's kind of like a love and hate kind of perspective on a relationship.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel like you use the word Gemini because of horoscopes or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a Gemini.
Okay. So she was two-faced. Let me stop. So, versus the first song that you said you wrote versus Gemini, which is the most recent song you've written,
Right.
and you said that your music has changed. How has it changed from then to now?
Definitely a lot better. And I'm kind of doing like hip hop R&B stuff right now versus guitar.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting back into guitar too.
Right.
I kind of learned how to record myself because it was a little bit cheaper than going to a studio. And then I just kind of started incorporating like little guitar solos and stuff like that on top of beats that I've purchased. I haven't really got into full production yet, but I'm planning on it.
Okay, that's what's up. And so, what was your favorite maybe feature that you've had? Because I see you had a lot of feature singles that you put out there with Tune G,
Yeah.
and a lot of other rappers out there. So.
So shout out Tune Gigi. He's probably my favorite so far. I haven't got to collab with too many yet, but I've definitely got some on the way.
Definitely. And speaking of collabs, we're going to pivot for a moment. We're going to talk about the photography and the videography. And speaking of features, let me find my page real quick. It says that you shot a video for IMG Ghost and the Joker J. And they got 4K views on YouTube. Congrats.
Right,
That's a big number, okay?
Yes.
So how did that come about?
Shout out to them. We linked up at an old job I was working at, and they kind of, I guess, fucked with my vibe, and I fucked with them, and I started shooting for them, and we got some stuff on the way too.
Which one came first, the photography or the videography?
I kind of just dove right into both of them. I started out doing photography until I got more comfortable with the camera.
That's what's up. And so I'm guessing you might do your own footage for some of your own stuff too?
I'm working on trying to shoot my own videos. I mean, I'm going to try that out. I might do like one or two that I shot myself.
Okay. Definitely do that, please, because we love the visuals over here. And so who inspires you musically? Like, who are the top artists that you listen to right now?
It kind of changes throughout time. My favorite right now, I'll be listening to a lot of Gunna.
Mm-hmm.
Who else have I listened to? I don't know, because I listen to so many different people throughout, but I've been listening to a lot of Gunna and Young Thug. I listen to a lot of Peep and Juice, but it kind of changes throughout.
I felt that. And if you had the dream collab, anybody dead or alive, mainstream or not, who would you want to have that collab with?
Probably X or Peep.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to collab with like Gunna or Young Thug at some point. Free them. But I think it'd be pretty cool to have a white boy on their team.
Right. Period. Right. I felt that. And so, speaking of work, like I said before, you do a lot of things. Another thing is that you have your own clothing line.
Right.
So, when did that come about in this whole timeline of you doing music and photography and videos and everything?
I just kind of had the idea like of doing something with I came up with the name Bloom Decay, and that's like, you know, bloom is like life, the opposite of bloom it's like decay, like death. So it kind of means life and death. And we started working on it in like August last year, but we didn't drop until like March, April of this year.
That's what's up. And where can they find your merch at?
So our Instagram is Bloom Decay Clothing, and then there's a website in our bio.
Okay, website.
And then it's just bloomdecayclothing.com. So.
Period.
And this is our logo right here. It's our main logo.
That's cute. So, I like that.
Appreciate it.
Period. Yeah, I saw on your page y'all had the hats, y'all have the t-shirts, y'all got everything over there. So y'all make sure y'all go shop, okay? And you said on all platforms it's Blake98 too, right?
Correct.
Period. So, I just need to know, since you were talking about Geminis earlier and everything, what is your zodiac sign, sir?
I'm an Aries.
Okay, Aries male. Okay. I ain't gonna say too much. But hey. Hey, friend. And what was it like growing up in North Carolina?
Yeah.
How was that like?
It was all right. There's just not a lot going on the eastern part anyways, like music-wise. There's just not like that many opportunities. And I was playing shows out here in Richmond, so that kind of drove me out here. And there's just more things to do out here.
Wow. We'll give my fam breakfast with the Jetsons in the back. Have any questions they want to ask?
Yeah. So you said you from North Carolina?
Correct. Yeah.
So like the country?
Yeah, kind of.
Was your family like supportive of you doing like creative stuff or like?
Yeah. I mean, as much as they can, they support me.
For sure. I'm from the country, so.
Yeah.
What's your favorite project you've made?
Song-wise, I have a song called Sunsets and Car Sex.
Love that song.
Yeah. I play that one a lot out here, and they always want me to play that one like again. So yeah, so that's probably like my favorite one right now. I've got some acoustic stuff on the way that'll probably outdo that though.
Growing up, who did you listen to the most, like early 2000s wise?
Nelly, 50, Eminem, Akon, pretty much all of them.
Classics.
Yeah.
Do you find struggle trying to juggle like music and like other stuff?
Kinda. It's like I have to like 1 month kind of like try to focus on one thing and the next month focus on the other. It's just trying to find a balance in between that.
So kind of like with your hands and all those different things at once, you kind of just take time out and focus on one thing at a time rather than trying to spread yourself out. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that.
Right. So like if I have an idea for something, I might like kind of like tweak something a little bit or like write something down, and then but I kind of like try to focus on the main thing that I've got to figure out first. But I mean, I'm always thinking about all of them. Like I just try to kind of focus on more than one. Which one's first?
Yeah.
Music.
Choose a child.
Yeah. I mean, because I've got a lot of stuff saved up right now that I'm been kind of holding, and I just kind of like slowly dropping here and there. And then I've got like a bunch of other stuff I'm about to start recording. So I've got plenty of stuff to drop.
What was your favorite event that you performed at?
Probably I played at the Soul Food Cafe, I think it was. Yeah, I've played out there, and
No, that's Soul. Shout out to my girl Shayla Soul.
yeah, that was pretty cool because I've got to have a booth for the clothing line that night, and I performed and I shot pictures, so I kind of got to do everything that night. So that was pretty cool.
Yes, I love people over there. I love them. I just went last night. Shout out. They put on a show every time. So, think I need to know your worst performance.
My worst?
I know I got a couple.
It's not really like the performance was bad. It was more of like the DJ fucking up.
Yeah.
So that kind of happens sometimes. Sometimes they don't have your song ready.
Right.
Or I think the last show I played, he accidentally ended the song before it was over, and everybody was like, "Run it back, run it back." So probably that's probably the only thing like I've had bad experience was.
What event would you see yourself performing at in the future? Like the event that you would want to do?
Probably like the biggest that I would want to do is like something like Rolling Loud.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to play a music festival. That
Yeah.
just seems really fun to me.
Yeah, that would be dope for you too, because you actually could play like live instruments. So
Yeah.
that just adds to you as an artist, which I think is super dope, because you don't see a lot of that out here anymore.
Appreciate it.
And dang, you done sped through my questions. Crazy. I have the whole frame back.
What instruments do you play?
I play guitar.
Okay.
Have you ever tried piano since it's like kind of similar?
I've like tried, but like I kind of just kept staying with the guitar. I mean, at some point I might learn, but it takes like a lot of time.
It does.
So maybe it's some. Sort of like I used to, just like experimenting. I might get more into it like later on in the future, but right now it's just kind of dropping my own stuff.
What do you, as far as your beats and instrumentals, then where are you going to get yours?
There's like some small producers that I fuck with. Like they make like the YouTube beats. Soggy Murrah, I fuck with him. Malloy, Jody, Heavy Keys. Those are some of the few like producers I'll be fucking with off of.
Do you know how to read sheet music?
I know how to read like guitar tabs,
Mm-hmm.
so kinda,
Okay.
but it's kind of different for every instrument.
I can't read nothing.
Yeah.
And I play multiple instruments. I cannot read sheet music.
No, I mean I mainly whenever I'm playing, I mainly just freestyle or anything like that. Even when I write, I freestyle. I don't really write down stuff.
That's dope. That's super dope.
Oh, so your recording process is kind of you just go in there and get it out.
Pretty much, yeah. Like I'll usually listen to a beat and I'll try to find something first. And once I usually do the chorus first because that's like the catchy part. So I usually do that. And when I have something, I'll just kind of try that out and then write the rest of the song throughout the process.
How long is your? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say more and more people starting to record like that now.
Mm-hmm.
That's starting to be more popular style.
Right. I was gonna ask how long does your writing process and like recording process usually take, and are you doing it by yourself? Because having to record yourself and then stop
Mhm.
it and then start back, like that be a lot sometimes.
So I just started trying to get back into the studio. So I will be having kind of like help on that part of it, like I guess more of the production, like when it comes to guitar. Shout out to the Donna Pop Studios. He just moved out here. And I just recorded some acoustic stuff with him. But as far as like me, when I usually record myself when it comes to the R&B hip hop stuff. It can take like anywhere from like 10 minutes, and then it could take like a few days.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends. Like if I'm really feeling the beat or the song, I can just like run right through it and write it right there. So it just depends.
One of my questions was gonna be what genre would you put yourself an artist, but like as we was talking you were answering my questions.
Yeah.
And you said you started with pop and now you're going into the R&B hip hop.
Yeah.
So why that transition from pop to R&B?
It's really because like I love every type of genre,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm more like versatile. I don't really like trying to be one genre, so it's
Right.
kind of hard for me to classify it. I sometimes I'll just call it alternative because it's a little bit of everything. It's kind of whatever. That's why I kind of do a little bit of everything for people that like different stuff. So it's kind of hard to put it in a single genre.
Because I was listening to a lot of your music today, like after you sent it to me, I just started, and I saw how much it was. I was like, oh, no, I have to start from the beginning and start my way to like currently. And as I was listening, the beginning was kind of giving me that X and like trippy vibe
Mm-hmm.
with like the lo-fi kind of, and then
Mhm.
like as you progressed, it's just amazing. I just loved
Yeah,
it.
I appreciate
And
that.
one thing I wanted to talk about was why kind of the heartbreak kind of type of music.
I feel like that's kind of the most relatable, and that's just kind of what comes out. So I just kind of do whatever feels right, you know.
Right. And I think somebody else might have asked you this, but what is your favorite song?
That I drop.
Mm-hmm.
Right now,
Sunsets and-
yeah, Sunsets.
That's my jam.
Yeah, no, you're good.
That's my jam.
Quick shout out to Zane, Talent RVA. He's the one that kind of helped me out when I first moved out here. He was booking me shows, so shout out to Zane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think now that you mentioned it, Talent RV, I think I have seen you there a couple of times before
Yeah.
too. Mm-hmm. Small world, but tell me. My goodness. Is there anything else you would like to just talk about, or any other questions from y'all? Because you know, right through my questions, child.
Just I appreciate y'all for having me, and
Cheers.
y'all go check out my clothing line, Bloom Decay Clothing, and the Gemini music video just dropped, so be sure to check that out. And I'll be playing a show this Friday at Rick's Rock Cafe, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Entry is $10.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. And where can they follow you on Instagram?
At Blake with 3 A's 98.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy Blake98. Thank you for coming to the show. Thank you for my brothers. Breakfast with the Jetsons in the back. You already know what it is. And other shout outs that you want to make?
Oh, also my photography, videography page is at Shot by 98. Go check that out. Hit me up for a video or photo shoot.
All that and all that. And the 4K, I peeped
Yeah.
that too. Mm-hmm. So y'all better make sure y'all go support my bros, okay? Thank you for coming again. You are super dope. I can't wait to just see how you continue to evolve. And it's lit.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yes, sir.